Alright, so before I start, the Fibonacci tool, you will find it right here for fib retracement. And your levels will be 0, 0.618, 1, 0.5, 0.79. And these will be your levels for your fib. So this is how your fib should look. Your kill zone is when the candles touch this area, this is where you want to take your trade. And this is how you find your OTE. OTE is optimal trading entry, right? Okay, let me get this off the screen. That was so 3 years ago. Peter Frank, there it is. Okay, boom. So you're gonna go to your, so just like I said before, FVGs, they're better on higher time frames. OTE is better on higher time frames. So to find the OTE for this trade, we'll go to the swing high, all the way up top, all the way down to the swing low. And this will be your bearish OTE. And guess where that's set? If you look at it, it perfectly matches up with an FVG. Okay. Let me make these colors brighter. I know some of y'all niggas, you know. Because as of right now, we're in a downtrend, but we're pulling back up into a bearish FVG. So this is a bearish OTE to the downside. All right. I'm gonna show y'all a bullish one as well, but right now this is a bearish OTE to the downside. So now we're at, I think we're still at 855. Nothing really happened. We're at 855. I'm gonna move closer now. We're at 9. Actually, we're at 855 9. I'm gonna go to market open. So 9:15. So market opens right here. Nothing going on really. We're still stuck inside this 830 range. We're waiting on a confirmation to touch one of these areas. So as soon as we get it touches either this yellow line right here, which is our 0.5 level, or the 0. Ooh, my fault, fellas. There it is. As soon as it reaches or touches any line within here, I feel like this one doesn't get hit. Let me see if I can find a better one. Mm-hmm. Cause that's the daily one. All right, cool. So I'm gonna find y'all a better one. I want this to hit so y'all can actually see. how easy this shit is. Alright, so we're gonna set up a bearish OTE again. We're gonna have this swing high to the swing low. Boom. All the way down. No, it's up here. So this swing high to this swing low. Boom. All the way down to the swing low at the bottom right here. Which sets up perfectly. Let me take this out so I don't get confused. Perfectly with this FVG right here. So all you want to see is it to either touch this line right here or 0.618 line, or come within this area, get into the bearish FVG and drop back down. We're at 930. So until it touches one of these lines, we will not take a trade. Simple as that. Simple as that. And this how crazy it gets, right? I trade 10 micros. This is how crazy it's about to get. Where we're taking this all the way back down to lows, to this Asia low. And our stop loss would be the second line if it happens. If we don't get a trade off this, then we just don't trade for the day unless we find something else. Okay, we're gonna drop back down to the 5 minute. Boom. We're pushing higher, comes down, down, push right back down.
That bitch started slicing me.
What this?
Nigga put jalapenos in this dumbass.
We might not get that trade, but it's cool. We're gonna see, cause we're still within. So I'm not going down to the 1 minute because we're not within my trading range. It drops. So now we go down to the 1 minute because the trade that we had set up is not gonna be there. So we're gonna look for another trade. Right, it's easy. And we still gonna use OTE. So we just gonna wait for a move down. All we're waiting for is a green candle. Boom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use OTE to this swing high, to this swing low. Or really it would be that swing high. So cool. Lines up perfectly with this 1 minute FVG. Like I said, let your setups do all the work. Do not chase a trade. I used to chase trades and I lost more money than I could count. We're moving back up higher.
Top dog now, them niggas gone.
Hold on. Moving back up higher. We're not within that range, so I'm still not taking a trade. Moving down. Market's still in the same area. It's all waiting game. Because if we don't get this trade off, then we're cool for the day. It's after 8:30, 10. Yep. So it's not coming to our OTA area. We just gonna wait for that trade to be done. Session disconnected. Oh, is it because I'm on the phone? Fuck. And it hit Asia low. So I wasn't able to get a trade in on this day using OTE. But really, it's easier. It really wasn't anything good on this day, really. I ain't gonna lie. It didn't come back up to here. It didn't. Da-da-da. So really, only thing left we could look for is the order block at the bottom. There's nothing else to trade. So I'm gonna just go to the 5-minute and see what happens. But it would have been a good trade if we did touch back up here to take all them lows out. So liquidity has been swept at this Asia low. So you could play a reversal, but we're not going to play the reversal. I don't think it's reversing. Yeah, it's going to keep dropping. So if we drop all the way down to this order block that we have set up down here in support, we could take a trade to the highs off this support. Back up to the like I wish they had a live trading simulator, because showing you this, it's like showing you this like this is like it's a long game you have to play. It's nothing like I wish I could show y'all this and be like, damn, boom, boom, boom. But right now it's just a long game that we're playing, waiting for our setups to hit. Going back down to that support area, we touched the support area and the order block. So we have this one trade where we're not gonna be selling. We're gonna wait for the 1 minute. Go back to the 1 minute. We're in the order block and we're at support. So, like I said, this is our support area. What we would like to see is it touch support and fly back up. All right, it's dropping, going back down. Touches support. So now that it touches support, we're gonna put on our long position. That's how easy this shit is. Touches support and that 1 hour order block that I showed you before. If you look, boom, the 1 hour order block right here. It touches there. Now we're just waiting on one more candle. See what happens. Boom. Whoa, 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 5. Whoa, 5. Back this shit up a little bit. Okay, boom. So if it taps report, like I told you before, right? If it taps support again, if it taps support and keep going, that means it's going to bounce off price into the upside. Then we could use certain things like FVGS and whatnot to get a better, to see if price is going to keep going up. So boom. Let's get the show on the road. We're inside this order block. Boom. Press forward. Nothing goes on. Tap support again. We're going in for buys. Shit is easy. So we're gonna put our stop loss. Let's find a good area for stop loss. We're gonna put our stop loss at these lows and put our TP What's a good area for TP for this? We're gonna put our TP back at day open. Sure. Let's drag. Let's see if we're gonna get this. Most likely not, because we're gonna trail the whole time. So boom. So let me take this box off for the order block. So y'all tap support twice. Now I'm baking on it. But boom. Then we pass this FVG. I might add more. Then we're gonna have our TPs set up as well. And each TP will be, let's say, in a good area. Boom, boom. It's a 15-minute. See the 5-minute. Each TP gonna be at an FVG. Makes sense. Boom. And TPs is basically where you're going to take partials or profit. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Oh, my bad. TP1. Alright. Let's see. What we're going to be mindful of while looking at this is this OTE at this swing high, this swing low. Which line up with that second FVG. So we might get stopped out at my TP2 at 29.095. Okay, let's see what happens. We're gonna press forward. We go up 1,000 off of that. Push right there. We're gonna wait, see what happens. Then push up again. We're up 1,800. We're gonna put this to break even. Break even basically means that I do not lose nothing off this trade, even if I don't lose nothing off this trade, even if it goes back down. Okay, so our TP1 is right at 28,961, which is at that 5-minute FVG I showed you before. Boom. Simple as that. We're up 1,800. Going up, we're up 2,400. Going to this FVG area. Going back down. Okay. There's no FVG on our side yet, on the bullet side, so it's cooling. Going back down. Boom, 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 boom. Going back up. So we're chilling. We're already down the whoop. We're not really gonna wait on anything really. Boom, touch our TP1. If we fly past this FVG, I'm gonna take 5 contracts out. So we're up 2,700. Right? It's no point to, after you have your TP set and everything you have going on, it's no point to close out your trade unless you're losing. Don't ever move your stop loss. Only move it to break even. Don't ever like move it down. That's, you move it farther and farther down and the market keep dropping, then you're gonna lose more and more money. You know what I mean? Fries. So boom, you're staying inside this trade. Boom, it dropped off there. So I'm gonna take partials. Damn, it's gonna let me take partials. Partial is basically you're gonna take 5 out. So now we took 5 out. We took 900 profit, and we're gonna let these run. See what happens. All right, so that trade right there, we made $1,000 off of it. Simple enough. Easy. Easy trade. What did I show y'all? Take all this shit off. Bounced off support. Took that little pullback into this FVG. It respected the FVG and went back down. So we banked off a pullback back to the downside. Easy as that. Easy as that, bruh. But listen though, we're not done. We're not done at all. Remind you, this is still support. Cause we go to we just tapped this. Oh my god, this is sexy. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. So we just tapped here, and this would be sell side liquidity, right? Why is it sell side liquidity? Because if you can see, we already dropped down here before we pull back up. So now that we're dropping back down again and taking out these lows, all we need is a FVG to the upside. You see what happens. And we're gonna keep dropping. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, bearish FVG. Now I might show y'all what an IFVG is. We might get this play back up. Like I said before, do not trade against the trend. So I'm not taking no buy trade right now. It's no point. It's no confluence for me to take a trade to the upside. If I want, I could try to find a trade to the downside, right? All right. We just IFVG here. IFVG is an inverse FVG. So like I showed you before, a FVG is where it gets respected. So it went through, boom. Where an IFVG on a 1 minute in is when we have a FVG and it gets disrespected. It gets blown straight through. I don't know how else to put it. If you want it put in a better way, I'll always tell niggas, right? TJR. If you want anything I put in a better form of words, TJR. Go right to the boot camp right here. Right here. It's waiting for you. Look at him. It's waiting for you. Alright. So now we just waiting. I forgot what news came out today. This why it throws me off. If I remember what happened today, I think market sold off. Yep, market sold off this day. I remember. I don't remember how, but I remember. So yeah. So we got one trade on this day. I'm not gonna keep trading. I don't see no entry. So let's find another day to trade. This is what trading really is.